When we went to the earthquake site, we also did an interview. I had a very serious argument with my wife in the evening. She says it's come to the point of divorce, so we will still be living in a 2-bedroom apartment. She says, isn't the child going to have a room? We made a huge fuss about this and that. When we woke up in the morning, we're looking for a tent. We're looking for a container. He says we spent 2 days inside the car. Wow, this 2-bedroom apartment is so spacious. It was like a palace. He says God put us inside that tent. If we could find one container, they would be very rich, but they can only get into a container if they find one. He says, we looked into each other's eyes like that. We shook our heads. It was still evening, just 5-6 hours ago. It had come to the point of separation. For what? Are we really going to live in a 2-bedroom apartment? Now, dreams, aspirations, stories change the world in 45 seconds. So what were these actually? It was a rehearsal for the apocalypse. We learned a lesson from this earthquake. We have no chance of learning a lesson from the apocalypse. We have no chance of learning a lesson from death. Because final regret will not help. It blows away the illusion in your head. It robs you of your sleep. And then you see that your vast world is narrower than the grave, more inhospitable than the bridge. Your time and life pass more quickly than anything else. And indeed, life flows faster than tea. Since this worldly life and physical existence are like this, living at the body's level means a small stone can end your world. Any incident affecting your body can end your life. If you spend your life pleasing the body, when it falls apart, so will your life, wasting all your capital. The man has now built a magnificent mansion on the ice, but then the sun comes out. If you spend your whole life just to please this body, for the luxury of this body, for the comfort of this body, when the body falls apart, your life will fall apart too, and you will have wasted all your capital. The man has now built a magnificent mansion on the ice, but then the sun comes out. What are we going to do? He's helpless. It's collapsing. Stop. I've spent this much, I've done this, I've done that. No matter what you do, the foundation is ice cold. What is the sun? For all the investments you make on earth, it's time, it melts away, it takes you with it. You can't even understand. Since this worldly life and physical existence and animal life are like this, rise above your animal nature. Leave behind the physical existence. Enter the realm of life with your heart and soul. Oh my God, when a person lives his life in the dimension of the soul and invests all his money in his soul, perfection, and afterlife, he would not even look back, even if his world collapsed. Why? Because nothing that collapses can take away even a tiny bit from me. The man now always perceives himself as a guest. What is he saying as he leaves the house from behind? He says, I have a jacket, I'll just take it and go. I don't care at all. I have a body. I already wore that here. This belongs here. He says, I will leave and go. Why? Because there is nothing here that belongs to me. I have taken everything I need for my soul. So what if the world crumbles? Loss of loved ones, loss of possessions, there's nothing. Why? Because I have returned to the owner of everything. I invested in eternity and became bound to the everlasting. You will find a broader circle of life and a world of light than the vast world you imagine. That is the key to that realm. To make the heart express the sacred phrase, there is no God but Allah, which conveys the secrets of the knowledge of God. And the oneness of God is to engage the soul